Hello guys, welcome back to the Sports Couch. Ako ulit si June. If this is your first time in my channel, please click subscribe, hit the notification bell. In this episode, pag-usapan pa rin po natin ang Philippine basketball, particularly Gilas Pilipinas basketball. Ito nga ang nangyayaring medyo sigalot dito sa SBP kung bakit hinihiling ng mga tao ngayon na mag-resign si Coach Chot Reyes dahil nga sa mga hindi magandang performance ng ating national team sa mga nakaraang tournament. Kasama na ang Southeast Asian Games, kasama na ang FIBA Asia Cup kung saan 9th place finish lang ang ating nakuha doon sa tournament na yon. Ngayon, in-interview ng SEAG Network, itong si SBP President Al Panlilio, binigyan linaw niya kung bakit si Chot Reyes na ang coach ng national team at hindi na si Coach Tab Baldwin. Panoorin po natin yung interview.
The qualifiers for the FIBA Asia Cup, Coach Tab Baldwin led the Philippines to a 6-0 record, and the Philippines was competitive in the Olympic qualifying tournament also under Coach Tab. But something happened along the way. We understand that Coach Tab declined to coach the Philippines in the February window. And what exactly happened?
Ayan, kung napanood nyo si Kinito Henson muna ang nagtanong at siya nag-open ng conversation. Narito, panoorin na natin si Mr. Al Panlilio.
MVP and Tab. And that story was, MVP did tell me and Ricky Vargas that for the February window, Tab said to him that he was not, he will not be able to coach for that window and would rather focus on Ateneo at that time. So,
si MVP and Tab had a conversation. Sila yung nag-usap lang. And si MVP, sinabi kay Mr. Al Panlilio, pati kay Mr. Vargas na nagbibitiw na nga sa kanyang tungkulin itong si Coach Tab Baldwin.
That was quite alarming for me, because I felt like he was supposed to be the program director and the national coach of the team. And bigla na lang one window, sabi niya hindi siya pwede mag-coach. So parang medyo hirap naman ata yung gano'n, no? And at the same time, he did recommend to, I think MVP asked him who
Cut natin doon, It is very alarming. Knowing Coach Tab Baldwin sa mga interview niya, he's the complete professional, di ba? Professional siya na pag may binigay sa kanyang trabaho, the way that we understand his interviews is gagawin niyo to with his very best. Di ba? Tapos, to know from Mr. Al Panlilio na si Coach Tab Baldwin ay nag-resign or nagpaalam na hindi makakapag-coach and would rather focus on his Ateneo coaching job. Tuloy natin yung interview.
So it's really admirable of Chot, knowing that he might be facing a massive backlash if they didn't perform well, but he he said, I will do this for the country. You've asked me to help you and I will. Honestly, the predicament that we're in today is because of Tab. We've started...
Yun na nga, in fairness to Coach Chot Reyes, nirekomenda po siya ni Coach Tab Baldwin. Siyempre, sino pa ba ang mas nakakaalam dito? I'm not defending Coach Chot Reyes. I even have posts criticizing Mr. Chot Reyes, but he's really a good man. He's really a good coach. Pero labas na tayo doon. This is not about his personality. Again, this is not about anybody's personality. Ito po ay usapang basketball. Kaya, pag-uusapan lang natin, di ba, nilalabas natin yung totoo. And coming from the horse's mouth, ika nga, Mr. Al Panlilio is finally shedding some light into this controversy. Kung bakit si Coach Chot Reyes na nga ang nagiging national coach natin at hindi na ang very popular and very prominent na si Coach Tab Baldwin. Tuloy natin.
And help out, di ba? So it was a very difficult time for the SBP because within the players, our national coach at that time said he couldn't coach the February window and would rather focus on Ateneo, and we had to ask Chot to step in.
To be fair with Coach Chot Reyes, mahirap yung trabaho na hindi ko yung nagpe-prepare ng team originally tapos biglang tatawagin ka ng boss mo na ikaw na yung mag-handle ng team. Napakahirap po nun. So siguro kung merong ibang coach na tatawagin, talagang magdadalawa, magtatatlo, baka magsampung ulit na mag-isip pa eh. Diba? Kung tatanggapin. Unang-una, sinabi ni Mr. Al Panlilio, baka aanim lang yung players o 5 yung players na available. So, sino yung coach na tatanggap ng ganong kahirap na trabaho? Mag-perform ka ng national team for a competition. And it's not just about a national team. It's about Gilas Pilipinas na maganda yung reputation. Di ba? At sa larong basketball na numero 1 paborito ng mga Pilipino. So napakahirap. Di ba? Tuloy po natin yung interview.
Honestly, the predicament that we're in today is because of Tab. We've started losing players. He didn't want to coach the February window. So as a federation, we had to make decisions on how to move forward.
So, bumitaw siya because walang player? Is that true? Is that the way the situation was?
I think he knew he had no team. He knew he had no team and he had no chance to performing well. No, after performing, to your point, Kinito, very well.
Ayan, pinutol ko muna doon kasi baka makalimutan ko, magre-react tayo doon sa sinabi na it was because of Tab kung bakit nandito tayo. Siguro may point si Mr. Al Panlilio, di ba? It was partly fault din ni Mr. Coach Tab Baldwin, di ba? In fairness to everyone, including the SBP, kung totoo na si Coach Tab Baldwin ngayon ang iwan sa team, which gusto rin natin marinig bakit, kung totoo man na nang iwan siya sa ere nung Gilas Pilipinas national team was preparing for the second qualifying window and of course the Southeast Asian Games, marami pa yung naka-line up eh. So itong ang nakaraang FIBA Asia Cup. So we're in the middle of preparation. Tapos iniwan niya yung team according to Mr. Al Panlilio. That's very unprofessional. We still would like to hear from Mr. Tab Baldwin, and I do hope that in the coming days he can shed some light, and we want to hear it, his own story. Ika nga. Tuloy po natin yung interview.
I think he knew he had no team. He knew he had no team and he had no chance to performing well. No, after performing, to your point, Kinito, very well in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifying, di ba? And in fact beating Korea twice, no, in the bubble. But at the same time, he also had time to prepare for that. No, he had 3 months to prepare for that. Kasi everybody was in a bubble, so he had time to train the team. Chot didn't have that. First of all, he didn't have players, and that's why the Band-Aid solution then was to bring in the TNT team and help out, di ba? So it was a very difficult time for the SBP because we didn't have players. Our national coach at that time said he couldn't coach the February window and would rather focus on Ateneo, and we had to ask Chot to step in.
Ayan na. Narinig ko yung walang team. I mean, may team pero walang halos players. And the SBP had no choice but to, since iniwan na nga ni Coach Tab Baldwin ang Gilas Pilipinas national team, so they had to contact or appoint Chot Reyes as the national team coach. Yun ang naging problema. In the middle of the team's preparation for the upcoming window at yung mga sunod pa ng mga tournaments, bukod sa meron pang PBA team si Coach Chot Reyes, napakahirap. At wala pang available na players during that time. Sabi nga, kukunti yung available players. Maraming players na nagpunta ng Japan B-League. So, naging professional players sila in the Japan B-League. So, yun po mga kaibigan, ang naging interview kay Mr. Al Panlilio ng SEAG Network. A lot of questions were thrown at him, and he sort of like shed some light into this controversy kung bakit si Chot Reyes na ang nag-handle ng Gilas Pilipinas national team ngayon. At marami na nga pong tao ang humihiling na siya'y mag-resign, mag-revamp ng leadership ang SBP or Sumang Basketball ng Pilipinas. Hinihiling nila na magkaroon ng complete reorganization siguro ang Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas that may include Mr. Al Panlilio himself. To maraming nagsasabi din na he needs to resign as well. Pero again, we would like to know more about this controversy. Patuloy pa rin po nangyayari yan, and it's only a matter of time. Malalaman din po natin kung ano talaga yung totoong nangyari. Yan, nagsalita na po si Mr. Al Panlilio hopefully, in the coming days, maririnig naman natin ang side of the story ni Coach Tab Baldwin. Yan po muna for this video. Again, if this is your first time to be in my channel, I'm inviting you, please click subscribe, hit the notification bell. This has been June Liwanag. Thank you for watching The Sports Couch.